Kitties, what up, what up? Welcome to Primal Screen. This is your host, Nick Graystone. For the next hour, we're going to talk about fantasy, reality, and everything in between. Let's go. Let's go. What's going on, kitties? It is hot out. Whoa. The other day was like 50 degrees, and now it's like 1,000. Might as well be 1,000 out. Shit, it was hot these last couple of days, but it is June, so yeah, why not? Let's see what's gonna happen. It's gonna be a hot summer. I want to wish everyone happy Pride Month, and just to let you know that Demon Scar represents Pride, and we put out a special T-shirt that's going to be available for the month. So if anybody's interested, check it out. Wear the Demon Scar logo with the little rainbow in there and represent. So, all right. I have a very special guest that I'm going to bring on tonight, but I wanted to kick off the show with a couple of tributes because un repero, that's what my Nana used to say, my Nan. Rest in peace, Nan. She was great. But she used to say, Grim repero. The Grim Reaper came a knocking this week in thrice. Yeah, pretty crazy. First up on his list was Sly Stone of Sly and the Family Stone. He was 82, and he was an innovator. Like, he had some great tunes back in the day, very influential. Everyday People, you hear that all the time on car commercials now and everything. Dance to the Music, I Want to Take You Higher. Just so much. He, so many hip hop artists have sampled from Sly and the Family Stone. You don't even realize the impact that they did have. But 82, not bad. That's not a bad run. So rest in peace, Sly. Thank you for the memories and the music. Up next, Brian Wilson of the Beach Boys, 82 years old, another 82. That was the number for this week almost. The Beach Boys, what to say about them? Very important band. I mean, their influence is, just, they're a generational group. I felt like they just released a single for like, almost like, the 60s, 70s, the 80s. They might even release stuff in the 90s. I don't know, but like they did, right? They rode that wave, and influenced some of my favorite bands of all time. You can totally hear the Beach Boys influence with the Cars, Rick Ocasek and Weezer. They always give nods to like their harmonies and stuff in a lot of their songs, and yeah, he was a great songwriter. I mean, Good Vibrations, Help Me Rhonda, I Get Around. My personal favorite from them, Don't Worry Baby, like classic tunes. Just yeah, and he his daughter, Connie Wilson Phillips.
Connie and Wendy.
So both of them, Connie and Wendy. Mm-hmm. That's right. Great band. They just a very talented guy. But yeah, another 82, long run, but definitely a big loss. So rest in peace, Brian. Next up, Harris Yulin, 87 years old. Very great character actor. Most known for as the judge in Ghostbusters 2. He was also in Fatal Beauty, which I love, with Whoopi Goldberg back in the day. Another movie, Bad Dreams, came out in like 1987. Horror flick, Very underrated. I loved him in that. And of course, what I loved him in was Scarface. He was the bad cop, Mel Bernstein. So I'm going to throw a line. Other than the 182 fucks that are delivered in Scarface, I'm going to say my favorite line from that movie is, what do you say, Mel? How about you get yourself one of those first-class tickets to the resurrection? So long, Mel. Have a good trip. And he shoots him. That's when Tony Montana, decides to take the world by the balls, because the world was his at that point. Shot Frank, shot Mel, shot everyone. Shot his own fucking sister. Shot everyone. His boy for going out with his sister. He had LV. He had everything. The cocaine. That's what got to him. Scarface. Great flick. Harris Yulin, 87 years old. Rest in peace, sir. So, this week, there was a great documentary that was put out on Peacock that, of course, I had to watch. It was the Gilgo Beach Killer, The House of Secrets. And this is the first time that you see the family of Rex Heuermann interact with inside the house. And, their life obviously was turned upside down. Just me being invested in the case and everything. A lot of people, the main thing, they talk about is, how did the family not know? There's a possibility, Asa feels like, Rex is a family man. He would not do this. Victoria, the daughter, she was, on the fence. Possibly could he have done it? They actually say at the end that she thinks that he did exploit him because, the kid, he's a man, but, he's got issues and everything. And, they put that stuff in there, and it's just heartbreaking to see. It affected him. It affected the whole family and everything. And I've said this before, dealing with narcissists and everything. And that seems to be what Rex's personality is. If you're living with a narcissist and that narcissist fucks off for a while and goes and does whatever he wants, you're not really giving a shit what he's doing, just as long as he's not in your immediate space. So is there a possibility that this dude could have been leading a double life and, murdering these girls and hiding it and everything? It sure adds up. I mean, the family, she said he was a family man, but what family man was all right, you go on vacation, I'm going to catch up with your victims and stuff, which it will be long and drawn out, but I think they have to do that because let's say they throw all their eggs into one basket, right? And they put him up there. The defense is going to be on them like fucking flies on shit. So they could get a mistrial with one fuck up of the prosecution. And then he walks, and where are we now? We still don't have we don't have a definitive charge. There's got to be something. There's got to be something done, and it's got to be done the right way. So it's going to take time, and we'll see what's up next. But yeah, it's on Peacock. It's 3 episodes. You actually get to see someone familiar in episode 3, and I've told you this before. When this case took off, and I was in that press media junket right there, and getting the interviews and stuff and making my little videos, it totally made me want to do a podcast. People were reaching out to me and saying, you're my main source of information, and I'm just listening to the news that was going on or whatever. Maybe you like the way I spin it or whatever the case may be. I just want to say thank you to the people that log in every week and watch me talk my shit. and it's just something that I'm into. So I appreciate that, and I appreciate you and everything. So yeah, so check it out. The Gilgo Beach Killer, The House of Secrets. It's on Peacock, and we'll see. I'll keep you posted the next thing I hear. My guest has just logged in, so I'm going to bring her out right now. Lauren, what is going
Hello.
on? How you
Hi.
doing?
I'm good.
Thank you for coming to play on Primal Scream.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, no, that's pretty awesome. For those of you who don't know, I just don't want to mispronounce your name. So it's Lauren Alenia?
Alina.
Alina. Okay, see?
Close.
Close. All right, good. I didn't butcher it that bad. I did, right, Tony? I fucked up?
Not as trust me, I've heard worse.
All right, good. So, all right, so Lauren, she's been making quite the name for herself, putting herself out there. She's in a couple of upcoming horror movies, very anticipated. And she's been doing this for a little bit. You know, she's been doing the crazy, awesome cosplays I've been seeing and posting up and everything. So I guess we'll start in the beginning. Lauren, like, what was your introduction into doing the cosplays? Like, what did you see that you wanted to, why did you want to get dressed up like some of your favorite characters that you saw?
Yeah. So I mean, just growing up, I was adopted from Russia, so I'm originally Russian. I was brought over very, very young, and growing up, I always loved art, whether that would have been drawing or any kind of activity I would do. I was always trying to incorporate art with it. And over time, I really found costume designing and making costumes something that I really had a lot of admiration for. So I started officially cosplaying when I was 15 years old. I'm now 23. So I've been doing it for a little bit. And I think it just really stems down to like, I love these certain characters that I bring to life. And with each character that I cosplay, um, there's so many different types of it, meaning there's more of like the fabric types, like for example, for example, Princess Peach, right? That's all fabric. That's all fabric. But
Okay.
then on the other hand, there's certain characters like Harley Quinn or armor characters that have a lot of armor and that requires a lot of foam work and LED work. So it really is everything. And over time, I went to these conventions and I would dress up as these characters. I would draw a pretty large crowd just from the way that I was acting as the character because in order for me to really get into the character's mindset,
Mm-hmm.
I had to make my costumes as screen accurate as possible. So if it's on my Instagram, my Harley Quinn is screen accurate. I really dug deep for all the characters and just try to get every little detail. And when I'm looking like the character, it's kind of hard not to act like the character too.
Yeah, no,
So
I get it.
I, yeah, so I'd go to these cons and just perform and have fun, and I would be recognized by all these different.
That's awesome. And you know what? Like how you say you put your time and your effort. You're not just
That's kind
going
of how it
to
got started.
Spirit Halloween or anything. You're not picking up a
I couldn't hear
costume
you for
that's
a sec.
already
Can you hear
made.
me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Oh,
Do you hear me? Hello?
I could. You. I can kind of hear you.
Okay. I hear you. Yeah, I could see you and I hear you. You could still hear me?
I could kind of wait. Yeah, I could. You're cutting in and out.
I don't know. Let me
Oh wait,
see.
I can hear you now.
Okay. All
I
right.
can hear
So we'll
you a
just,
little bit now.
okay.
Technical difficulties, everybody.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. The Wi-Fi is usually good in here, so it usually runs. I don't know. Tony just stepped, but other than that, like I was saying, that you're not just going to a store and buying a costume. You're actually making it from the ground up. So that takes a lot of effort and it takes a lot of dedication to do. So I applaud you for that. That's awesome.
Thank you.
And you
Thank
could
you.
tell, you could
I
tell that you're into it.
oh
You could tell that, you're getting the attention because, like you're saying, you're putting yourself out there. You're an actress, so you're actually, you know,
I
performing.
I could kind of hear you. You're like cutting in and out.
Tony, the feed's like cutting in and out a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I was saying before. That's the problem we were having.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, right now she's good. So
Okay.
I don't know.
All right. Well, just keep going.
Sorry.
We'll keep
No,
an eye.
yeah, it's all good. So, I wanted to ask you this because I wasn't sure if you ever took part in it, but this was like a spur of the moment thing that I wanted to talk about because I saw that they were posting, they were coming back. Did you ever enter yourself into the Face of Horror contest?
Mm-mm.
All right. Well, that's a good thing because I did the first time it came around, and I
Okay.
didn't realize the racket really that it is.
What do you mean?
It's just like I felt like there was never like, they had all these people against each other, and then all of a sudden, like, they never gave you a definitive how many people are left or how many people are the next round. Like, it was always like a new batch of people would come out and everything, and they were saying that they were going to make a donation to I believe it was some cancer benefit or whatever.
Okay.
And I like followed this after I made it to at the end. Like, I got a lot of support and everything. And
Right.
at the end, I made it to number 12, like the 12th person from the end. So
Okay.
I almost made it to the finals. I was in the last round, and then the top 10 got called, and like I just missed it. I ended up 12th. So, and then like the people that were in the finals, I never saw them throughout the whole contest. And you would think that all these people that are having votes, I went on each one of their pages because
Right.
they actually posted like a link to it, and none of them promoted like how I did or like how the people that I was going against. Like, I saw a lot of people, totally networking this, and
Yeah.
it was crazy. Like, I had people buying votes like for me, and I was just saying this has to be some kind of cash grab, and I didn't want to believe it at first because I love Kane Hodder, and Kane Hodder's face was on this and
Yeah.
everything. And I wasn't going to try to bash it because I'm a fan, but I was questioning it. And
Right.
I ended up contacting the company that was running it, and I was just like, you're saying you're going to make a donation, but like the person that you are saying that you're making a donation to, the company,
They're not promoting it.
they're not promoting it. So like, what is going on?
That's
Like,
weird.
I know.
That's a little weird.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
that
Like,
would, that would raise some questions. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't blame you for that.
so they ended up saying that yes, there was a donation made, but they don't want to make it public on how much they donated. But a week before that, they were at some like bowling thing and someone raised like $1,000 or whatever, and they made posts all about this and
Okay.
everything. And I'm like, so you mean to tell me that you're not even going to make a post and say thank you? Would they want to make their pledge, their donation, not known to how much it was, but at least
Right.
thank the company and thank the hundreds of thousands of horror fans that
Submitted
donated,
themselves. Yeah.
that commit. Yeah, exactly. Like, it just really left a bad taste in my mouth. And, the second season that came around for it, I was just like, no way would
Yeah.
I ever put myself through it. But what it did for me was it was like a stepping stone for me. Like,
Okay.
it put a fire under me and like made me want to continue in doing whatever, like trying to get in front of the camera, behind the camera, put my band out there. And it's all about network. And I see how you network.
Absolutely.
So, you
Yeah.
have to put yourself out there and make the right, put yourself in the right situations and everything.
Absolutely. No, 1,000%. I'm very, I'm thankful that you told me about that because honest to God, I have never heard of it before.
Yeah.
So whatever the case may be, right? But hey, you learned from it. That's what it's all about,
Absolutely.
right? You gotta learn.
Yeah. So when I actually you came on my radar was through Ilson.
Okay.
Ilson, you were in some kind of I guess it was like a Q and A with him at one of the conventions. And then I see like you guys were in
Yes.
like a talk. Was that like a promotion for something, or what were you guys talking about with that?
Yeah, so that was actually it's pretty ironic that he's a part of like the whole crew of Blackout Films, which I was in. It was actually my besides Dope Thief, which is on Apple TV, which is from Ridley Scott. Swine and Dine is my first ever project
Oh,
that I
okay.
was ever involved in, and Ron and Chris are amazing. Ilson
Swine Dine's on
and
there.
Mark Haynes, and I love them all, and I'm very, very honored to be a part of the project. So that's actually the premiere for that is July 27th. So that's gonna be super fun. But yeah, we worked on Swine together, so I'm very excited to
The
have that
next one.
out and see it and see all the blood and gore and
So Swine and Dine is they're having that at Smodcastle, right?
yes, and I will
Cool.
be there. Yes.
That's awesome. And when is that?
So that's gonna be July 27th. I believe it's 3 to 6 p.m. There's gonna be like a cast Q&A. There's gonna be signings. There's gonna be like exclusive merch. Um, it's gonna be a really fun time, and I'm very, very excited for them because they deserve it.
That's awesome. Yeah, Rob. And yeah, thing at Smodcastle, which I go to so many events over there. I'm a huge Kevin Smith fan. I don't know if you are, but I love all his stuff, and like this
Yeah,
theater is made for us. It's really for the independent features and stuff, and
right,
having events there and
right,
the right crowd. It gets in front of the right crowd, so that's what you want to get. The
absolutely.
whole premise behind Swine and Dine.
Absolutely. So I can't give away too much.
Okay.
However, if you love animals, this movie's for you.
Okay.
That's all I can say. If you're a big animal lover, you will love this movie
Okay. That's cool.
for all the good reasons, and expect a lot of because I can't spoil it. You guys got to see it for yourself. I'm a lover.
Yeah, I'll check it
This
out.
is
I'll
this.
definitely check it out. Absolutely. Who's shout out to any of the
Come to the premiere. I'd love to see you.
what'd you say, the 27th?
So it's 27th of July.
Yeah, all
Yes.
right. So it's a Sunday. Yeah, I think I could do it. I might actually have Zozo with me too.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
come on out.
that's pretty cool. Yeah,
Oh
I
my
love
gosh. Oh, I'd love that. Definitely come out.
Smodcastle, and if it's during the day, that's perfect.
It is, yes.
Have you ever been to
That makes it
Smodcastle
easier.
before?
Nope, first time.
Oh, okay, cool. Are you a fan
Very
of
excited. I'm so excited.
Are you a fan of the Kevin Smith movies or anything? Or
Of course I am.
oh,
I've
all
seen a
right,
few.
cool. Yeah, because you
Oh
know
yeah.
what? Like right around the corner, like not even like a maybe about a mile away is where. So from Clark, so I mean, you could check that out when you're there, and a lot of history in that town, and it's the theater that he grew up going to.
Y- Yeah, I think a lot of people have told me that like they love Jersey. Yeah.
Yeah, Jersey's
Absolutely.
awesome.
Absolutely.
Is that where
Yeah.
are
Thousand
you in
percent.
Jersey now? Or are you from Long
Jersey's
Island? Do you don't live in Jersey
I
now? You live.
am yeah,
Oh,
I'm in
you do.
Jersey. I'm in Jersey.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I thought you did because we
I
actually
do live in Jersey. I'm from yeah.
okay. Yeah, because I thought you were because I remember talking to your mom when we were on the set of Then Came a Rainbow. So I wanted to talk a little bit about that.
Yes.
It's very exciting. We
Okay.
just got Felissa Rose and they have their Indiegogo campaign right now. Diana's working really hard,
Yes.
and Lauren's in it. We how was your time like on set with that?
Yeah, so I absolutely loved the cast and crew. I think that was probably one of my favorites, to be honest, because it was such it felt like a little family, and we were all striving for the same goal to make an insane movie. And I'm very thankful and grateful to even be a part of the project, and to be playing Emily. And I'm very, very excited to see how it turns out. I'm constantly promoting. Um, I think that we definitely are, because I know Nikki, you were in it, so I know that there's a lot of love shown for this. And from my fan base, there's a lot of people that are drawing and edits and all this stuff and reposting it, and it really means a lot because playing Emily, I try to incorporate my own personality as well as, of course, the role of her. So I tried to incorporate both.
Yeah.
And the specific scene that I can't say too much about, there's a little snippet on my Instagram, but that specific scene was probably one of the most emotional scenes I've had to do on screen. Just because of how intense it was, and I was able to do my own special effects for that, which was also incredible. That was my first time ever doing special effects on a movie set.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's incredible, and I'm so thankful for Diane and just the whole team. And I'm really, really, really excited for everybody to see this film.
I like,
Truly
you know
am.
what, I like Diane, like her approach because I feel like, she has the script and everything written down, but I think
Yes.
she lets the actors act and feel it out on how they feel and let their emotion come out the way that they
Yes.
do it. So that's the
Mm-hmm.
way, I think she's doing a great job. She's got, Xander, who's helping her out a lot, and he
Mm-hmm.
makes movies look really good. And
Yeah.
yeah, it's just a really good crew. Jax, her son,
Yes.
total
He
old
was an
soul, like,
amazing co-star. It
right?
was amazing. He was such a sweetheart on set. It
Yeah,
was so
he's a good
awesome.
kid. I really like
Yeah.
Jax. He just reminds me he's an old soul for being such a young man, and he's
Right.
very polite and
Mm-hmm.
just very cool and just a good vibe all around. And yeah, I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to seeing what how it's gonna turn out. Like, it's just
Yeah.
very cool. And like I said, there's an Indiegogo going on right now, which
Yes.
it's good because there's different perks that they have available right now. You can own some of Felicia's on-screen wardrobe. I believe for bands that they're looking for some songs for the soundtrack.
Mm-hmm.
For podcasters, there's a
Yes.
spot that you could actually play yourself and tell a story that's it's like a newscasting,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, that's going on there, and you could become a producer, executive producer, associate producer. I really love the Indiegogo for it. It gives opportunities for fans like me, or like, to step up and be a part of something, and you use
Yeah.
it to make more opportunity.
Absolutely.
That's how
Absolutely.
originally how I got involved with film, like, with the
Okay.
Forest Hills. Like, the Forest Hills was something I came into towards the end, and they were
Okay.
looking for music. So, and then it turned
Mm.
into an extra, and then the extra turned into more of a scene for me. And by the end of it, I'm an executive producer on that film, and an association with. Plus, I have two songs on the soundtrack, and I had a character
Awesome.
named after me. So, like,
That's an
it's yeah,
it's I've said this so many times, and I'll say it again. I think that just the horror genre, and I think that the fan base that horror has is it's so incredible. I think that, anybody who's into horror, I think, like myself, like I was bullied for it when I was younger because I was like that weird girl that like, drew like all these bloody characters, and I was the weird girl at school, right? Because I liked horror. And I found myself, and I really realized that this is what I want to do, and this is the road I want to go down. And I've just noticed that like the fandom of horror is extraordinary. And as just from an actor standpoint, like it's a very grateful feeling knowing that so many people love what you can create. And I think that horror is art. I think that um there's so many different, you know, ways you could go. Like there's psychological, there's slasher, there's, gore, there's, and it's just I think it's a very creative thing. And plus it brings out really high emotions. Like I think that horror is the thing that brings out fear. So I think fear is a very strong emotion. So again, I
Well
think horror
said.
as a community is amazing, and I'm very 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 grateful to be able to work with the people that I've worked with on all
That's
these
awesome that
films.
you say that, because
Yeah.
you were right about, like, it brings out emotion and this acting inside this, because a
Mhm.
lot of big time celebrities now cut their teeth inside a horror. Like they started their careers off doing a horror film, like
Yep.
Matthew McConaughey was in Texas Chainsaw 4, and
Yes.
Jennifer Aniston being in Leprechaun, and
Right.
Leonardo DiCaprio and Critters 3. Just like it's there, and I feel horror now is being more and more into the mainstream and more of pop culture, and it's more accepted now. Like, look at
Yes.
just this year alone, Demi Moore went the distance. She almost won the Academy Award for a movie that I would never thought that The Substance would ever get the love that it did. Graphic and like body horror, that's not for everyone. Like I loved it, but I wouldn't recommend it to like my
Right.
uncle or my
Right.
aunt. Be like, yo, go see The
And it's
Substance.
not.
Like,
I agree with you. It's not. It's not for everybody.
no, but
Yeah.
but like it was embraced, and I think that they're bringing more of that to light because they're seeing what art it takes and the skills. Like
Right.
it's
Yes.
amazing, like what they could do with special effects now with CGI and all that and AI. But
Yes.
what it really comes down to, horror when it first came out, these guys were doing it with, you know, Hershey syrup and
Right.
the bare bones, like
Yeah.
back in the day, so, like Werewolf Transformation and American Werewolf in London, like
Right.
that spawned an Oscar because they were like, wow, we got to give makeup now its due. Like we got
Yeah.
to show these people that are actually talented that are making all this stuff. So
Yeah.
it's cool that
And I'll even say this. I think just because I've most of the characters I've played and I love portraying these characters are, either a victim or being chased or whatever the case may be. Like even from that perspective,
uh-huh.
like it's so cool having like practical effects on you and like um prosthetics and like all this crazy stuff. But then it's also like really this might sound like super like weird, but it's almost kind of therapeutic. In the sense that like you just get to scream your head off, so like it's kind of like it's therapeutic and it's fun. And I definitely could see myself going down, different roads with acting,
Yeah,
absolutely. But I think horror has to be like my favorite.
of
There's
course.
nothing better than just being all bloody, sticky, disgusting, and just screaming your head off.
I
It's
love it.
really fun.
Yeah. I was on the set for Trauma, and I got doused with gallons and gallons and gallons
Yes.
of blood, and
It's sticky.
it's terrible. Like I had
Yeah.
to, and you know what? I had to get some of my not care face on, and like I had to take my shirt off and like stand around in like my boxers and like totally clean myself off before I got into my car, and I'm like in front of
Right.
like 100 strangers, but I'm like, well, it's either I stick to my car for the rest of my life or I'm gonna get this stuff off of me.
Yeah.
So I had to do what I had to do.
I mean,
But
I'll tell you this. I think probably, I think here's the thing. I've had a few characters, like a few kills that I do have to get blood in my mouth. And I actually just wrapped the film as well where it had to happen. And I just like, and it wasn't the chocolate syrup. It was like actual like, of course, mouth safe blood, but it was just thick and like
yeah,
It was just nasty. I was like, oh God, I can't wait to brush my teeth. Like it was it was so nasty. But again, that's like the fun of it. Like
But I'm sure it looked
it's
good, so.
literally yeah. It's like you're making something incredible and it's really
So it's
fun.
really not acting. It really looks like it hurts.
Oh, stop, please. I'll tell you this. Anytime I get either a bruise or a scar or whatever the case may be from acting, because I do, because most of my kills are very aggressive. So, I'll get. I have a funny story to tell you, actually, Nick.
Yeah, go
But
ahead. I'm ready to hear it.
my kills have me either fall really aggressive or bash against something, and I get bruises. And every time I see them, I'm like, yes. Like they're battle
Battle
scars. I'm like,
scars.
yes. Like it makes me so happy. I'm like, yes, I killed it. I did good. Um, but no, funny story. So for Then Came a Rainbow with Emily, I think this was our third day of shooting,
Okay.
second or third day of shooting, and the scene was the outdoor scene, which the party scene.
Yeah.
And I had this really pretty off the shoulder top. And I was like, I'm gonna be fine, I'm good. I know you remember it. It was like an overcast. It wasn't even sunny. It was not even sunny. And that day, I remember I started to feel pain, and I was like, oh God. Because we were out there, I think our call time was like 9, and we were out there till 6 p.m.
Yeah,
So we
yeah.
were
It was a
out there
long
all
day.
day. And I had almost like second degree burns on my shoulders.
From the
It
sun.
was so bad.
Yeah.
It was so bad, but it was also so funny because I actually still have, I don't know if you can kind of see them on camera. I still have like redness. And we filmed that a few months ago. So like I still have it. But yeah, no, that was very
Yeah, it was
painful.
a
But
weird sun that day. Like
that was a weird sign. Yeah.
Zoe had it
Did you
on
get
her
burnt or
arms
no, you
too.
didn't
I
get
had to get
burnt?
her aloe and put it on her arms, and I'm like felt
Yeah.
bad. Like my her mom was like, "Hey, you make sure that she's got her sunblock on." I'm like, "It's not even that bad out." But then like I'm looking at her arms, I'm like, "Oh my God, you got to
So
wear a
you did see
sweatshirt
it.
these next
Okay,
couple of
yeah,
days."
yeah.
Yeah, we got
Yeah.
burnt. I got burnt too.
I got it bad. I got it bad. I was in so much pain, and it was after that shoot. I was just like, I was so proud for what came out of me scream wise. I was so emotionally drained at that point because you have to get really riled up. So I remember when I got home, I just took the fattest nap of my life. I was like, I'm going to bed. But yeah, that was painful.
Sure,
That was painful. But like none of us expected it either. And I think I was the only one because of what I was wearing that got it the worst.
absolutely.
Which I think is hysterical.
Yeah. One of our mutual friends is actually saying hello. Emulated Souls, Josh Sackhead.
Who?
You know Sackhead, Jason too. Josh,
Jason too.
he dresses up like Jason. He wears like the sack on his head. He's under Emulated Souls. He said hello
I
to you.
Oh, tell me say hi.
Yeah,
I
he's watching.
I recognize the username. I recognize the like yeah.
Yeah. He was actually at the New Jersey Horror Con that me and you were at together, and
Okay. Okay.
that's actually the first time that I met Diana. She was there too.
Okay. Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
when? Yeah, that was the day she went around. She brought the girls around and everything, and
Mm-hmm.
they linked up, and the rest is history.
Yeah. I mean, the girls that they came up to me because I remember I was at my table. I had a line, and I saw these little girls, and I was like, oh my God, my God. And for VA work I did for Yandere Simulator, they were like, "Oh my God!" And I'm like, "You guys shouldn't know about that game. That game is like bad." And so, of course, I'm talking to them, and they go, "We want you in our movie." And I'm like, "Okay." So of course, I signed something for them. I give it to them, and then Diane comes over, and I was like, "Oh, this is legit." Like I was like, I wasn't okay. I wasn't expecting this, and we linked right away, um and yeah, the rest, like you said, like the rest is history.
That's
And
awesome.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, me too.
So cool.
So you have this other thing that you're doing too now, Jason's Fury.
Yes.
So this is
Yes.
a Friday the 13th fan film.
hmm
I'm looking forward to this
Anthony's
now. That's
and
pretty
Adam
awesome.
Marcus's
Oh,
storyline. Um, and I'm, yeah, so I'm very, very, very thankful. And I'm really excited for this project. It's gonna be filmed in Illinois, so it's gonna be a little bit of travel. I'm gonna be playing the lead role of Stephanie Kimball, so I'm Jason's niece. So that's incredible, and that's just gonna be, oh my God, that's gonna be a shoot. So that'll be in September. But yeah, no, I think that we're definitely getting a lot of love for that as well. Like I think a lot of people are really excited for that. And I'm very excited as well.
yeah, no, the thing, and now that you said Adam Marcus is attached to this. That's great. Adam Marcus did Jason Goes to Hell, I believe.
Hmm.
Yeah,
So yes, so
that's
they both are like totally aware of the project. They're totally on board. Like they know it's happening and
that's awesome.
it's awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm
Yeah.
actually doing a Friday the 13th fan film as well. Loose Ends. It's Victim No More 2, and it's got
Okay.
it's pretty cool. It's the Victim No More first one. It came out really well, and I had Bob Heckman, the director, on a couple of months ago, and it's looking like the sequel. It's got Catherine Mary Stewart in it, and Lauren Lauren from Friday the 13th Part 2, Lauren Marie Taylor.
Okay.
So it
Yes.
looks very cool. I'm very excited.
Yes, I'm very excited to be a part of it, trust me.
So you have any conventions coming up that you're going to be doing?
So there's a few in the talks. I am gonna be this summer is all gonna be filming. So it's gonna just be lots of things that are coming up regarding that. So maybe the start of like September, October.
Yeah.
I might appear again for
Cool.
some more guest appearances.
Yeah, I signed up for New Jersey Horror Con in September. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. We're gonna promote Then Came a Rainbow because they got a couple more filming dates for that, and pretty much after that, I believe it's gonna be post production and trying to find a distributor and all that. So
Yeah.
we'll be probably
Right.
pushing that along. So that's gonna be pretty cool.
Yes.
Definitely. I want to actually do a musical break right now, and then I'm going to come back and we'll talk a little bit more. So, in honor of Brian Wilson, I'm going to play. It's a spoof song written by one of our local boys, Chris Roach, did a spoof on Kokomo, and this is Ron Konkamo. And if you watch the video, you'll see some cameos in it and stuff. And Roach did a great job with it. So everybody enjoy. And again, Brian Wilson, rest in peace.
Aruba, Jamaica, ooh, I wanna take ya. Bermuda, Bahama, come on, pretty mama. Key Largo, Montego.
Ah, forget that. You know where I really want to go?
Off the Long Island Sound, there's a place called Ron Kokomo.
I can't
That's
hear it.
where you wanna go to get along. A once polluted lake, an urban myth to make your bones shake. If you wanna find me, I'll be riding the Long Island Railroad down to Ronkonkoma,
Penn Station,
Jamaica. Ooh, I wanna take you Mineola, then Hicksville. Come on, baby, sit still. Farmingdale, then Deer Park. Ooh, you know we're almost at Ronkonkoma. We'll take the train 'cause the expressway is slow. That's where we go. Down to Ronkonkoma. I think I had too much to drink. I really have to pee. Just drank my 9th Long Island iced tea. If I have one more, I'll commit acts of depravity. The Hamptons, they're alright. Montauk and New York nights. But when I wanna relax, give me a tropical contact high. Back at Roncoco, Penn Station, Jamaica. Ooh, I wanna take you Mineola, then Hicksville. Come on, baby, sit still. Farmingdale, then Deer Park. Ooh, you know we're almost at Roncoco. We'll take the train, 'cause the expressway's slow. That's where we wanna go. Down to Roncoco. They beat, they hunk, all headed for the conch. Everybody knows a little place like Ronkonkoma. Now if you wanna go and get away from it all, go to Ronkonkoma, Penn Station, Jamaica. Ooh, I wanna take you Mineola, then Hicksville. Come on, baby, sit still. Farmingdale, then Deer Park. Ooh, you know we're almost at Ronkonkoma. We'll take the train, 'cause the expressway's slow. That's where
I
we
can't hear you
wanna go. Back at Ronkonkoma Station. Ooh, I wanna take you Mineola, then Hicksville. Come on, baby, sit still. Farmingdale, then Deer Park. Ooh, you know we're almost at Ronkonkoma. We'll take the train, 'cause the expressway's slow. That's where we wanna go. Back at Ronkonkoma.
All right, that was it.
We're back.
Yeah, we're back.
We're back.
Yeah, you had to sit through Ronkonkoma.
Oh,
Yeah, so a lot of
I
those.
got to see what the chat is saying.
Oh, there's a chat going on right now.
There should be, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think there was. I don't know if anybody commented on the thing. Let me check it out right now. Yeah, no, I don't think. No, just Josh wrote into here. I don't know if there's any comments on.
Check the YouTube feed.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, have you watched anything lately that you want to talk about? Like any new horror films or any movies in general that you've watched that you really liked?
Ooh. So, okay, definitely ready. I'm excited to Seek or something. Like they changed the whole name of it. But no, I honest to God, I haven't had too much time to watch any movies.
What did you say? They changed the name of what? I'm
Make the
sorry,
movies, not watching.
you broke up a little bit, Lauren. I didn't hear what you said. They changed the name of what?
They they're making another Ready or Not.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I like
But
that.
they're changing the name to Hide and Seek.
Oh, didn't they just have a hide and seek movie
Yeah.
too? Yeah, I don't know. That's a little. They should just keep the name. I think.
I think so.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
You know what I recently saw? I saw it twice, and
I'm
I really.
excited. I think the first one was good, so I'm excited for.
Yeah, absolutely. Did you see the new Final Destination?
What was it?
No, did you see
No,
the?
Jeffrey's gonna kill me for that too, because
Oh,
Jeffrey's gonna kill me. He's been wanting me to see it, and I promised I would see it. I have not seen it yet. I haven't had time to see it.
Oh yeah.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's really good. Yeah, they do a good job, and
Yeah.
it kind of ties into all the other ones and everything. And out of like all the newer franchises and everything, like Saw, Hostel, I like the Final Destination ones. You know, I really enjoyed them. I actually rewatched all of them in the last couple of months to gear myself ready for this one, and
Ooh.
yeah, it was pretty good.
That's awesome. Yeah, I definitely, I can't talk. I definitely gotta get theater so I can see it. 1,000%.
And then there's also Sinners.
Thousand
I don't know if you
percent.
saw Sinners,
What
but
other? I mean, I love like. Mm-mm.
yeah, Sinners was really
I
good.
have
I saw
not. I
that
haven't been
twice.
to a movie theaters in a while.
Yeah.
Ooh. Do you recommend? I'm guessing you recommend.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely. Sinners is
Yeah.
really good.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'll check it out.
Oh, definitely.
Definitely. See, that's a new word now.
Yeah, we got to, you got to, whatchamacallit? You got to register that.
Oh, stop it. Oh my gosh.
So,
Stop.
other than that, do you have any other projects coming up that you want to give a shout out to, or,
Yeah, so there's a few. Firstly, I want to talk a little bit about it's called Show. So this is from August and Frank Aguilar. And it's basically a true story based off of voodoo and voodoo events and events that have happened. So I have a role on that. I think that is actually that the trailer the trailer's out. I think we're just waiting for the no, I lied. The teaser trailer's out. We're waiting for just the regular trailer.
okay.
So that I think is done. Or should be done very soon, which I'm very excited about. And that's Strange Films. Swine with Brandon Betros. So he's trying to get funding for we want to make it like a mini series, like a TV mini series called Shut Up and Drive. And I play one of the main characters, Nix. So it's basically about basically it's an Uber driver, and every episode a new person gets into the car and shit happens. So
Okay.
it's like a horror, not really horror, but like a crime, but like a humor, everything all tied together. So that Indiegogo is going to be up soon. Um, Psychic File, as well as actually last week, I just wrapped my scenes in Hollow. So that's from John Reuter, which I'm very excited about. So there's definitely a lot coming up.
Yeah, you sound
Um,
very busy.
so I'm filming in July. Like there's a lot. Yeah.
No wonder why you can't get to the
I'm
movies to
very
watch it. You're
I'm very
making them.
thankful. Very thankful. Yeah, right?
That's awesome. Good for
But
you.
yeah, no, definitely big things coming.
That's
Oh,
awesome.
thank you.
I'm very proud of you. That's great that you
Thank you so much.
you
Thank
have a lot going on. You got a great personality, and I have faith
Thank
that you it's going to take you far with this stuff. That's great.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So, all right, I'm gonna. I got some plugs here for the next couple of shows and everything, and I do want to thank Mr. Beery's. Mr. Beery's is the sponsor for the Primal Scream podcast. Every night during the week, there's something always going on at Mr. Beery's. Monday nights is Monday Okie with Kevin Mundy. Tuesday night is vinyl night. You bring your favorite vinyl. They put a side on for you. Wednesday is video game night. You bring, they got all consoles and everything. Nintendo 64, PS4, 3, 2, 1, Nintendo, Sega Genesis, whatever the case may be. You go play some games, have some fun. Thursday night is open mic night, sponsored by Murphy's Music. Go test out your new material. Tomorrow night is Friday the 13th. It's actually Jason's
Yes.
birthday. They're having a
Yes.
gig. Nereth Sherman is connected. And on the 14th, which is Saturday, as protocol. So, again, Mr. Beery's is the Long Island. They definitely cater to the original music scene, and I do appreciate them for sponsoring me. As far as the next couple of episodes from Primal Scream, I have some killer guests coming up. On the 26th, I have Tim Williams from VOD, the legendary Vision of Disorder. Just saw them last month in Huntington, and they totally killed it. And with him onto the show, and I'm going to totally be a fanboy that night because that's royalty to me. So, Dan, and I will see you in 2 weeks. And in about a month, I'm going to be a fanboy again because this is, I'm so excited about. On July 10th, we are going to have via Zoom an interview with Diane Franklin. Diane Franklin from the there's a lot of movies that she's done in the 80s. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. I think she was even in the sequel for Bogus Journey. She was in The Last American Virgin. Also, Better Off Dead with John Cusack. Amityville Horror Part 2. So, yeah, Diane's going to come on. I'm very excited to have her on. One of my first crushes back in the day. So it's going to be pretty awesome. I want to thank my guest tonight, Lauren, for coming on and talking horror with me. I want to thank Tony for being Tony. Thank you very much. And if you buy yourself some egg sandwiches next door at the bodega, you might see a familiar face on one of the banners. I just put my face out there, so please don't throw any mustard or ketchup packets at it or whatever, and snapshot it and send it to me, and I will put you on the website. So, all right, this has been another great episode of Primal Scream. Again, thanks to Lauren. Thank you for coming out tonight, Lauren. You're awesome.
You.
I will see you soon, hopefully sooner than later. And I did mark it off on my calendar. July 27th at Smod Castle, the world premiere of Swine and Dine.
Yes.
I'm going to be there. So
You're awesome.
yes, thank you very much.
Thank you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. I will let you know once this is up to post or whatever. And again, I'm Nick Graystone and you're not. Have a good night. Thank you.
Thank you for listening to Primal Scream. I'm Nick Graystone, aka The Nizza. Each week, Primal Scream is produced by Tony Walker and executive produced by Demon Scar. Always remember, nobody writes your story but you. Later.